The United States Manufacturing PMI by the Institute for Supply Management, released yesterday, declined to 60.7 points in April, worse than expected. Nevertheless, this hardly makes any impact on the US dollar for the short term. The actual index remains at elevated levels. This week, the US stock market is likely to trade quietly. Is the long-awaited correction just around the corner? It seems that US stocks have reached their peak. The S&P 500 is closely monitored by global investors. Despite notable gains last week, analysts warn that the index is about to enter a correction phase in the nearest days. Having jumped to 4,200 points in the recent days, the S&P 500 is trading now at about 4,160. Meanwhile, the index is trading a bit lower in a narrow range of 4,150 to 4,180. Perhaps the government employment data, which is due on Friday, will trigger big market moves. Recently, the US dollar is very sensitive to yields of US treasuries. On Friday, the US currency perked up amid rising yields of 10-year treasuries. Today, bond yields are retreating. That makes the dollar bulls losing their grip. In the midday, the US dollar index was trading at near 91.35 and later declined to 91.20, with the prospects of a further fall towards 91.10 and 91.18. If the US Fed does not revise its rhetoric in favor of monetary tightening in the near future, ultra-accommodative monetary policy is set to ensure long-term weakness of the US dollar. At the same time, the Canadian dollar is holding the upper hand over its American peer. The loonie is trying to touch the bottom of about 1.2270 versus the US dollar. In fact, high oil prices are pushing the USD CAD pair down, providing the loonie with a solid support. In case of the greenback's weakness, the pair is expected to hold in the corridor of 1.2280 to 1.2350 until tomorrow. Meanwhile, the currency pair is trading under low volatility amid the lack of market catalysts. Yesterday, Bitcoin failed to test the expected milestone mark of $60,000 and stabilize above it. In the meantime, crypto investors focus on Ethereum as it has hit a historic high. Besides, crypto traders found out that the net worth of Vitalik Buterin exceeded $1.1 trillion. According to the medium-term outlook, Bitcoin is expected to extend its rally and surpass the level of $60,000 anytime soon. The technical picture and other factors indicate this bullish scenario. The highlight of the week is the crucial non-farm payrolls for April, which are due on Friday. Major trading floors in Japan and China are closed for holidays. That accounts for the thin market. Financial markets will set in motion tomorrow as the economic calendar is full of important economic data that will arouse a vivid response from the market. And that's all for today. We keep monitoring the financial market situation. Subscribe to our channel and see you tomorrow.